Aloha, my beautiful soul tribes. Here you go, another mix and match. This is the Soul's Journey lesson cards. Okay, messages from your highest of self. Please feel free to mix and match, please, to receive the divine. Hello, Grand Rising, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is an extension to a free pick a card reading that I posted on my Insta feed. So make sure to follow me there to stay in tune with your alignment for your refinement. This is mind, body, heart, and soul infusion. Do not accept any substitutions. I am so thankful to be able to assist the collective in this divinely guided way. And I'm here this offering because this is a new deck that I got, and that I feel called to do kind of an extension for the free pick-up card that I am going to offer when I do the reveal to the free pick-up card on my Instagram feed. Giving those that are more interested in receiving the full messages of this Soul Journeys lesson cards of this new Oracle deck that I just received, and have spread out a 12 card mix and match pick cards. So what I am going to do is definitely go through each of the cards, reading the affirmations that they have here in this Soul's Journey lesson cards. So this is it's a beautiful deck. We're using it now for the very first time. Okay. We're using it now for the first time, and what it's going to do is just highlight and bring forth into your consciousness, your awareness for your own evolutionary growth, the messages that are needing to be received to you right now through the divine, coming from your most highest of selves, okay? Spirit guides and master teachers is here. I like this clearing that it says here. I ask for your protection and assistance in guiding me with these oracle cards, that the soul lessons that need to be made aware and revealed are spoken through me, the conduit, the messenger, here to be shared, spoken clearly with you out there, the soul tribes, vibes, the soul beings that come into contact and to connection here to receive through the use of this sacred deck. Okay, so without further ado, you can do this mix and match too. You can go check it out on Insta first if you want. If not, you could just know that there are 12 cards to choose from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? You can mix and match. You can hear the whole entire message and take with it as you will. This is a general collective read. Not every message may necessarily resonate with you, but this is entertainment for your entertainment at its soul divine, guidely finest. Godly. I said guidely and godly at the same time. But either way, as I'm doing some things, I just figured that this can be an added little spice to you. I'll try to timestamp it too, but you know how I do. But you can help me too if you want to timestamp it too. So this is just a quick little thing. Please sign up at my website for free, enchantressthebabbler.com. There are so many new things happening over there, and there are so many new announcements that I'm going to be making that I've just been working on behind the scenes, and I'm excited to share with each and every one of you beautiful soul beings. So I want to connect with each and every one of you know more. And the fun part about me is that I'm not a robot. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is Mercury going retrograde, and I'm having difficulty speaking, but it's okay because we're here, and it's okay. The more that you do, the more that you are consistent on your path with what you are doing for yourself, in alignment with you and the pursuit of the truth that is authentic for you. Trust that it doesn't matter if you stumble, if you get off, it does not matter, because you are in true authentic alignment with you. So let's just take this moment before I get into this divine message for you at this time, and let us just breathe into this energetic space. Welcome each and every one of you here, knowing that you are sacred, you are divine, you are protected at this time. Oh, believe. Today, if you check out my Instagram feed, you can find me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHAE Enchantress, Enchantress. Also, today, although these messages are timeless, when you find this message will be for you. It doesn't celebrate, but it is the anniversary, the 29th anniversary, the 29th year anniversary of my mother's death. So 29 years ago today, it's November 3rd. I experienced one of the most devastating traumatic experiences for me in my early childhood life. It was very dramatic, it was very theatrical, it was very cinematic, just the whole entire leading up unto the day that my mother passed away. It all started on Halloween all those years ago, because she gave birth to my brother as a stillborn on Halloween. So that was the first tragic episode that, started to take off. And then 3 days later, my mom died, that kind of thing. So, I was only 9 years old and, spiritually tapped in. And she was the angel who helped me through a lot of my Kundalini and seer-like episodes as a child. And so, it rocked my foundation. So, I shared that quickly, a picture of my mom and I. From that time, if you go check it out on my Instagram at Enchantress, Enchantress. I will also be sharing it on my blog as well, enchantingbabble.blogspot.com. If you sign up for free on my website, enchantressthebabbler.com, there are so many awesome things that are happening and taking place, and I don't want you to miss a thing. And please, you will love to tune in with me. Yes, you will, you see, and it's all free. Just to subscribe. There are so many available, wonderful, free resources that I do provide. There are paid services, granted indeed, but you know what I mean, jelly beans? You can take with it as you want to, but there are so many wonderful free things for you that I love to do in celebration of how I feel divinely guided and coursed to do the things that I do. It's about my own balancing act as well. So the night that my mama died, I dreamt with her, and she told me goodbye. And that was a huge, big, strong storyline for me in the 5th grade, into my whole entire life. Like, that was the story I told, because when I woke up, from this dream, my dad was on his knees. And I'm like, you have to tell me, because she speaks. And so, either way, seer, I've always been. I didn't mean to get emotional, my friends. Okay, so without further ado, I am going to present these soul journey cards for you. Take with it as it will. Like I said, this is entertainment for your entertainment. There is always something here for you, especially if you are here. So everything will be timestamped eventually below. And please be mindful that my website is currently under construction, even though it's an operating place that you can still book your services with me for, or just sign up for free. Know that there's a lot of changes happening. So and I'm, like I said, one goddess team, so it's happening through me. I'm doing all these things. I'm not a robot. So, I work a lot, and I travel a lot. And so in my travels and in my workings, in between all of that, and also I'm, a single mom to a beautiful goddess divine, in college at this time. And so, and I have all my fur babies too, and I feed the wild. And I help a lot of people all over the world, because that is what I do. Alright, so I love what I do and do what I love. And the more that I continue to do that, the more that I align in my vibe, trine, at this time. And so I make into full manifestation the life that I create for myself, that I script into existence, which I love, and that is how I love to, what I do. I help people realize the creative potential that they have to be all that they can be. And I assist them with that too in their journey. I do with a lot of shadow work as well, healing and stuff like that. But I like to be on the positive uppity up because of the traumatic things that I have had to rise from too. So I didn't want to get into that kind of tangent too, because I do have to go, and I'm in the middle of doing a lot of things. So moving forward, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let us take this moment to just breathe. And we're Breathe in. Release. Anything that has been heavy on you, may you release it too. Drop your shoulders. Release. One ear to your shoulder. One ear to your shoulder. Chin to your chest. Round the butts. Other way. Shrug your shoulders up. Drop them today. Let us begin. Namaste. Alright, so if you chose number 1, empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Empathy, number 1. Okay, we are on card number 1. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. You don't truly understand others' motivations if you haven't lived their lives and seen the world through their eyes. It's so easy to judge another's behavior matched up against your own and label it as wrong or right. But you're missing an important part of that equation, the other person's history and personal path. We are all sparks of the divine, with a purpose here in the physical dimension, and we can all exert our free will. Some of us have lost our way along the path to love, and it is a human reaction to judge others before examining their journey through their eyes and with compassion. Your job is not to judge. Your job is to love and to understand. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that message was helpful to you, my friends. We're moving on to card number 2, which is balance, okay? Balance. Beautiful. Look at these symbols. These are like, just, so that healing, sacred, geometric symbols for you. So take a Snapchat. Take a picture if you want. Screenshot. All right, so we got balance. Beautiful. All right, so I love it. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Balance means bringing a sense of stability and wholeness into every area of your life. Many times when you look at a situation objectively, you will resonate with one side more than the other. Try not to view either as good or bad, but simply recognize that it is. The true nature of the scales of balance is to give both sides of a situation your equitable, objective perspective. It can be difficult to understand the side that you don't relate to, but that is a lesson in itself. What is it about you that prevents you from giving both sides of the coin your non-judgmental assessment? This situation or person has been placed in your path to teach you that everyone has his or her own unique, authentic life story, and you must put yourself in that person's shoes to really understand his or her motivation. Balance is a godly virtue, and if it is struck, you will reap the benefits of insight and compassion. All right? Have some empathy and balance in your own life with your judgments that you want to make onto yourself. It's not about being wrong or right. It's about what is right for you. You know what I'm saying? Moving on to card number 3. All right. Thank you for tuning in with me, each and every one of you, as you see. So card number 3, we're talking about peace. All right. Forgive me, but I'm going to try to infuse all of that instead of doing like 2 video uploads, but I was interrupted. Now I put my phone on to do not disturb because I'm using actually my phone for the recording at this time, but I have some stays. All right, forgive me. So I'm so sorry. So now we are moving on to pile number 3, which is for peace, okay? So you have the peace card, which is I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. I'm going to sneeze again. So sorry. All right, so peace. Okay? I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. This is a gentle reminder that balance in the mind is imperative in order for your soul to live its true nature. At this time in your life, you are to learn the value of peace and quiet and the joy of being still. One can never be truly connected to the source when the mind is engaged with unneeded chatter. Look around your life and be conscious of what elements are taking you away from the peaceful nature of your soul. Who or what is interrupting this solitude? It is time to reconcile past hurts and perceived injustices. Your peace may also be fostered by changing your outside view. Create harmony around you physically with order and calm. Trust the voice of your higher self to create an environment in which you can truly be in tune with your soul. Beautiful message. Moving on now to pick a card, number 4. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. It is easy to perceive others as being better than you. This is a trap of the ego. There is no one greater or lesser than you. There are only those who have learned how to reveal their gifts to a greater or lesser degree. Everyone is born with unique abilities of the soul, and just like snowflakes, no two are ever alike. You have a unique perspective to share with the world and have come back this time to put your stamp on it. Perhaps you may not be aware or even in tune with your incredible and gifted self. Why not try to make a list of 10 aspects of yourself or abilities you possess that you love and hold in high regard? It is not always easy to write about yourself, but sometimes you need to be reminded just how special you are. Remember that you did not come down to the schoolroom by accident. You have meaning and a reason for being. You are a treasure chest of incredible gifts and insights. Now is the time to celebrate you. Beautiful. All right, so moving on to pile number 5. We got relationships being highlighted at this time. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. All right, relationships. In this 3-dimensional world in which we live, there is a sense that we are separate from one another and also that we meet by chance. This is an illusion. The people in our lives are drawn to us and here for a reason. It is through sharing experiences and having relationships with others that we begin to understand ourselves. When someone appears in your life, you must see what is not resolved or whole in the person and understand the lessons he or she brings home to you. You draw others to you like magnets in order to learn various aspects of yourself. The people you have close relationships with on earth are usually members of your soul family. You have chosen to incarnate together to help each other learn lessons. Even though it may not seem that way to you now, once a lesson is learned, don't be surprised if that person fades away. People are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. All right? Thank you so much. We're moving on to pile number 6. Pile number 6, perseverance, okay? I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Damn, motherfucking Skippy, you can do anything that you set your mind to. You don't need a card to tell you that because you persevere. You rise, my dear. Everything that is standing here before you, you have the ability to rise in your full alignment. But you got to be authentic with yourself at this time. You know, trust in the divine and all that is happening here at this time for you. Perseverance. As a soul, you are on a mission in this physical dimension. You are the only one who knows the correct path to take. Your intuition, your connection to spirit is your compass. You have the power to stay the course and you are stronger and more determined than you might first think. In order to experience many successes in life, you must mature and realize the strength within yourself and the quality of inner courage. Life doesn't just happen. We must make it happen. It is natural for us in this human school to shy away from what we believe to be difficult. Because we concern ourselves with how others will perceive us, we are afraid of failure, ridicule, or coming up short. Now is the time to make the proper changes and take risks and do things you never thought you could before. Your soul must learn to become aware of its inner strength. Live the joyfulness your soul yearns for and engage in activities you have always wanted to try but were afraid you'd fail at. Your soul will not yearn for something that you couldn't accomplish. You have the strength and fortitude to be capable of greatness. Know who you are. Beautiful. Moving on to 4, 5, 6, 7. Pile number 7. Thank you so much. Loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. You are never alone. You are not alone. We are here for you. And though we're far apart, we share shit from our heart. Because we are spirits in a human vessel having a human experience. Right? Alright, so we got loneliness. You're not alone. No. Don't say that no more. This card has come to you because you must be reminded that there is a difference between lonely and being alone. Feeling of loneliness originate from a sense of not appreciating the most important person in your life, and that's you. Don't make me give you pow. If solitude seems like an affliction, I love to be alone. There's no better company of my aloneness that I would rather be. It's not about being alone, you see. You know, okay, I can understand the feelings of lonely. You want companionship of some sort, some kind of intimacy. But you gotta have that inside of you. You know what I mean? Before you could even give it to somebody else, you give and give and give. And they take and they take and they take. You can't do that no more. No. Okay? You need to work on creating a healthy relationship with yourself. Only then will you attract others who will nurture your soul. If you don't develop a healthy relationship with yourself first, you will only draw unhealthy relationships to you. To create a healthy, positive relationship with yourself, you must begin to feel worthy of love. The pessimism of this physical dimension can affect your self-esteem if you don't have the strong conviction that you are valuable and meaningful. Don't view solitude as a weakness. It is merely your soul telling you that it is a time to do some inner work and reevaluate your path before you start to shine. As you sit in the silence of your soul, you will realize that your spirit family, teachers, and guides are with you. You are never alone. Sign up, like, comment, share, okay? Keep connecting with me. Sign up with my website for free. All these things. And even if you don't like me, I always lead people in the direction of people that they can resonate with. Because I be that kind of connector, that bridges those that need to meet whomever they meet along their journey. It don't have to be me. Okay? Yeah. Moving on to pile number 8. Thank you so much. Okay, pile number 8, surrender. I can release my need to control. Oh, and this we know because we like to know the things that are going to be happening, and we want to know the outcome of certain kind of things. But sometimes we need to surrender. You know what I mean? Surrender, 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 surrender. You need to understand the distinction between power and control. You have the power of internal control, but very little external control over people or situations. The majority of your external control is through the power of influence. You can lead by example. Look at this. Where there is a will, there is a way to lead by example. Oh yes, I get my runes. I see runes. I see runes. Maybe you see some things too that maybe is naked to the typical eye that you can see, but you can see in the skies. In the skies, in the lights, you see stuff too. Oh, I understand those kind of things too. I had to explain to myself these symbols that I see. Oh, and everything. I had to draw it down on paper. Do my research, you know, to learn that, whoa, there's truth in these things that we see behind that maybe others cannot see. That's a message for somebody. Okay? You see. Forgive the interruptions. I'm going to have to find a way to infuse this so that this is not video number 3, but we are on to pile number 8, and I am on limited time right now, so don't mean to rush this message through, but I'm going to have to. All right, so surrender, pile number 8. You need to understand the distinction between power and control. You have the power of internal control, but very little external control over people or situations. The majority of your external control is through the power of influence. You can lead by example. That was where I was before we left off. Where there is a will, there's a way to lead by example, okay? Every soul has its own unique path, and it is not your job to dictate it. Giving advice or direction in a compassionate manner is the way to go. Your soul too has a path, and you possess the power to control it, but you must surrender the illusion that you have control over another. Remember that this is a process, and from time to time your ego will rise up and demand that things be the way you think they should be. Envision a hot air balloon being loaded up with all of the things you think you need to control, and let them ride away in the balloon. You'll be surprised to find that when you release the energy of control and accept the energy of surrender, doors will open that you never expected. Okay, because you have now given the universe space in which to materialize what is needed for your highest soul growth. I hope this message reaches you well. Thank you so much. We're moving on to pile number 9. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Okay, so health is showing up here. Yes, my dears, okay? Your body is your temple, and you are responsible for its care. You have chosen to incarnate in this physical dimension to learn certain lessons. And if you don't maintain the physical vehicle that your soul has chosen, then you are sabotaging your own plan. Your health is a vital element for your soul's progress, and you should never take it for granted. Be sensible about nourishment and exercise. You could be a sensitive being who must be conscious of your surroundings because you can easily be drained by people, places, or things. Always make a ritual of protection and cleansing before you work with a client, or just bring your mind back to your heart throughout the day to rejuvenate. I can help you with that. So if you want to tune in with me, sign up for free on TantraStateBabylon.com or contact me and I will help you in whichever way you can. This card may also signify a desire to assist others beings through physical or emotional healing work. Yes, you are. If you are tuning in with me, you are a healer in some kind of degree. No matter the degree, I have a lot of creatives that flow to me. So artists are we in whatever field of art that we decree ourselves on. Okay, you may be involved professionally in the medical fields, body work, or psychiatry and counseling. Right? Or maybe you're just a good listener who possesses sage advice. If you or someone you know inherited congenital disease, past life work may be of some benefit. All right, some past life releasing. I'm hearing for this pile right here that shows this, my dear. Okay, yes, might be some past life illnesses or disease passed on from the families, right, that are not even yours. They're more like entities. Yeah, entities. A cleansing. All right, moving on to pile number 10. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order, okay? Patience, my dears. Patience, my dears. All right? That was a message for somebody. Earth has become a place of instant gratification. You must focus on the maxim. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. This card has come to you because you need to learn the joy of anticipation. The process of doing is so rich in lessons. But when you concentrate only on the goal, those experiences are disregarded. Life is an unfolding, and the more patience you practice, the more you will let the universal energy celebrate itself through you and bring the experiences and situations your soul requires. You need to learn that there is a rhythm to everything in the universe, and the more you are living with patience, the more aware you are of the lessons your soul is studying. You are on a path. There are signposts. If you are speeding down the path, you will miss the little miracles and treasures that have been placed there. Thank you so much for tuning in with care. Moving on to pile number 11. You got service. I feel good when I can help others. Yes. Right? All right. Service. Awesome sauce. One of the most evolved gifts that a soul possesses is giving it of itself. There is a reason why it feels good to give. It is because your soul resonates with that vibration. Your soul should be aware that it might currently be in a situation in which it needs to be fulfilled on higher levels. And this can only happen through the attribute of humbly serving and supporting others. Put yourself in a position in which you can benefit another soul in any way possible and demonstrate unconditional love toward others. This might mean bringing yourself into your heart space and letting everything you involve yourself in come from an attitude of giving freely. You have to learn to direct your green heart light energy through all your thoughts, actions, and deeds. Look around and see where and how you can serve another. Perhaps one way would be asking a friend if you can help clean up his or her office or run errands. Maybe volunteer to watch your neighbor's kids so the parents can have a night out. Make a meal for someone who might be sick. Volunteer in a hospital or hospice. I'm actually a hospice volunteer. I did that, and when I was living in New York, I was part of the New York City Cares Volunteers program, which I did a lot of volunteering. I did that. That's when I first started, when I was going to school for occupational therapy, massage therapy, and I was getting my yoga teacher certifications and all that kind of stuff. I was teaching through the volunteer program, the New York City Cares volunteer program, and that's when I was teaching in the Hudson Guild schools to the preschoolers over there, and that's how I got started in teaching yoga many years ago, like over 10 years ago. Wow. Like, okay, but anyways, that's just a little side note of information. Okay. Volunteer in a hospital or hospice, perform an activity that enriches someone else's life. Beautiful. Moving on to card number 12. This is the final card. Thank you for tuning in. I am appreciative of each and every one of you. Grief. All right, it's funny too because I'm going to try to blend all these messages together, but maybe some of you are dealing with grief in terms of losing a loved one that it's hard for you to move on from. I expressed to you and shared with you the day that it is for me, that today marks the day 29 years that my mother has been passed away, and it was not an easy experience. It's never an easy experience losing someone that we love so much. It's still, you can get into that state of being like, no, it's not fair, that kind of thing. So there's this thing with grief that many have challenges, moving past. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. It's a matter of perspective, right? So nothing is gone forever. Trust me when I say that the communion that I have with my mother now and today is rather profound. The connection of mother, daughter, spirit, matter, in those kind of ways. Be open to the infinite expansion of connecting with our loved ones in different ways than we are conditioned to see, perceive, conceive. Okay, nothing is gone forever. The belief that we have lost someone or something is merely an illusion to assist us in learning to appreciate our having had it in the first place. The emotion of grief and the sense of loss are absolutely real, but that is the point. The lesson of loss is not about the actual physical separation, because the parting is temporary and illusory. The point of the lesson is to acknowledge that the bonds of love never end and that we have not been abandoned. When you accept in your heart that you will be reunited with everything you have ever loved, it will give you the ability to move beyond your grief and derive something beneficial from the whole entire experience. To wallow in grief is to pass up the opportunity that you and your soul family have devised and learn nothing from it. Instead, allow your grief to take you to a place of deeper understanding. I thank you all, each and every one of you, so much. This is an extension of the free pickup card. Also, you can follow me over there on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRASS. I hope that these messages serve you wonderfully well. Mind, body, heart, and soul infusion. This is mind, body, heart, and soul entertainment for your entertainment. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know how this resonates with you guys. Please do sign up for free at my website, enchantressthefablet.com. There are wonderful changes and updates coming and announcements that are going to be made. So stay in tune because you will receive all those updates with me very soon. Thank you so much. Till we speak again, my friends. Namaste.